Hi, I'm Martin with the Best Buy blog. I was recently sent 3 Kobo e-readers to try out to get to know what their features stood out for me so that I could explain to you the differences between the 3 e-readers that I have and perhaps help you understand which one might be best for your needs or for somebody you're thinking of buying an e-reader gift for. So I'm going to begin with the Kobo Elipsa, which is their newest. It's also their largest e-reader, and it comes with very unique features for an e-reader. Then I'll talk about the Kobo Libra, the Libra H2O, and finally the smallest of them, the Kobo Nia. So I'm going to begin with the Kobo Elipsa. And the first thing I want to talk about is the overall experience of using a Kobo, because maybe you're not familiar with how e-readers work. With Kobo, you can get the books right from the Kobo store. Download them. You can create an account and purchase ebooks, and usually ebooks are less expensive than physical books, so that's one huge advantage. Another advantage is that you can you'll create a library on your device, and that library stays with you. I had a Kobo many years ago. It was stolen from my car. And when I went to log on using these devices, my account still had all my books and all the books downloaded onto these devices, which is extremely convenient. So you can put like thousands of books, they say, on here. Take them with you, which makes them fantastic for travel. The display itself is an e-ink display, which makes it very easy to read indoors or outdoors. And navigating the display is very easily done just by touching the screen. The screen is active. That's how it works on most Kobos. I'll get into the Libra in a little bit, and the Libra has buttons as well that you can use to navigate. Though navigating using the screen is fantastically easy. It also has settings at the top to change the brightness, settings for connecting to Wi-Fi so you can download books. It shows you how much battery life, and the batteries tend to last a few weeks with any of these devices. So if you're going on a trip for a couple weeks, you don't have to bring a charger. In most cases you won't need one. If you do need a charger, the charging is just by USB. On this one, the largest one, it's USB-C. On the smaller devices, it's regular small USB. Either way, it's very convenient. So let me get into some of the features of this device here, the largest one. This is the Kobo Elipsa. Like I said, it's their newest. It has a included cover, which is fantastic. The cover bends so you can use it to sit up on a table. It also comes with a pen, the Kobo Stylus. And the Kobo Stylus is fantastic for making notes right in a book. So if you open a book, you can write and make notes. Those notes will get saved into an annotation file for that book. And then you can go back to that file and look at the notes you made. It'll take you to the page number where you made that note, which is very convenient for anybody who marks up their books regularly and draws things for them for future reference. That's fantastic. Of course, you can also create a notepad on the Kobo. So it has a My Notepad section, and when you open that up, you can create notepads and create notes right there. So I think for travelers who also like to jot down creative notes or sketches, this is fantastic, because not only do you have your books right in front of you, but you can very easily go and make notes or sketches and go right back to reading. So that's one of the standout features of the Kobo Elipsa. And of course the pen, you want to make sure to put it right back there so it's never going to be lost. So that's the Kobo Elipsa. The next one I want to talk about is the Kobo Libra H2O. So just like the Elipsa, it turns on really easily. This one has a little button on the back. When it's not in use, the book that you're reading shows on the front. When it is in use, you can go right into whatever you're working on, whether it's a book that you're working on, or if you want to find a new book, you can go right to the Kobo store and find a new book, just like any Kobo device. Navigating on the Libra H2O is simple using the display. You can go back and forth, or you can use the buttons up and down, which is something that I didn't know that I would love, but I really did. I love the bezel on this one for holding, like when I'm lying in bed and I'm reading, I can just flick back and forth on the pages. I found that very convenient. I also like that the Libra H2O is the only one of these which is waterproof. And I like reading in the tub. When I'm traveling, if I'm reading by the pool, it would be useful as well, or by the ocean. So that standout feature just made this one more appropriate for my needs. And this was my chosen go-to e-reader, which I figure I'm going to end up buying one just like this. Anyways, the third device that I tested out was the Kobo Nia, which is the smallest. And to my surprise, this was my wife's favorite. She really liked the size of it. You know, it fits in your pocket. It's very tiny. It's very easy to hold in bed, hold wherever you are if you're on the bus. Or we take the ferry often, so sitting in the ferry cafeteria or sitting in the ferry benches, she can just pull it out and start reading whatever book she has. Like any Kobo, it can hold thousands of books. It charges and holds the charge forever, which makes it great for travel. Of course, it fits into her purse really easily, and she really liked that. And it charges very simply with a USB port. So all of the conveniences of a Kobo are found in this, and it's that small form factor. So when you're deciding which one is best for you, think about it. Is it something you're going to want that's nice and small? Do you want something that's a little bit larger? I know a lot of people are interested in this size because it's more similar to what they're used to reading on. It's larger, so that you have a bigger surface to work with if you're writing and taking notes. And it's kind of like the size of a sheet of paper, so it's more natural feeling for taking notes. But that's something which you're going to have to decide when you're looking for it, either as a gift or for yourself. All three of them are fantastic e-readers. This is a form factor for reading. And before I started this project, I posted a note on Twitter asking people, what should I read? I'm going to be testing these three devices, and people gave me lots of suggestions. And then I took those suggestions and I downloaded a couple of the books that were suggested to me. And I also got an email from Kobo once I got my account active again, saying that Clara and the Sun, which just came out from Ishiguro, was on sale for a limited time. So I went and bought that, and it was a great deal, and I read it. It was a fantastic book. And then I found another book that I was really interested in, a new version of a Sherlock Holmes story by Anthony Horowitz. Well, relatively new to me anyways. And that was a fantastic book, so I read that too. And I just find reading for me, is so much more fluent, just so much easier on a Kobo. I found that before, when my device was stolen, and I've just realized that again by testing out these three devices. So I hope that you found this helpful. If you want to read my full article about these devices, check out the Best Buy blog. My article's on there. And happy reading.